Happy Monday. This feels really weird for us to do calls on a Monday, but I'm very excited to be switching to Mondays. I personally love Mondays with a call, starting with a call, because I feel like that starts off your week, right? And so here we are. We are going to be changing team calls to Mondays. Several reasons. Number one reason was because the Rising Diamonds, Lori and Amber, always do their training call on Monday nights, and they have now switched due to new things happening in Corp, and they have switched to Tuesdays. We do not want to miss that. And so we just accommodated and switched to Mondays. And really all we did was swap. And so tonight we have so much to share and so many things. I hope that we're not going to miss anything. So many things that have come and that are new and exciting. And sometimes it takes a little bit for everyone to get our brains behind it, right? And so don't be discouraged if you don't know all the details, even after today's call. That is totally good. That is actually very normal. We always work on figuring it out as we go, right? So that is a little bit of the recap of what we're reconstructing is basic our team call. And then I'm going to hand it over to Sheila. No, first I'm going to share a little bit on Plexus is doing new systems. And you guys, if you were just on that first call, wasn't it good? It was amazing. It was amazing. That is part number one of what they are doing. They are doing Mondays and Thursdays. I'm going to let Sheila expand a little bit more on that. But the basic part and the message behind it was many times it felt like there was a lot of diamond teams that were all like doing big things and working really hard. But like Melissa Eichenhorst said one time, it felt like we were all rowing our individual little boats and trying to make Plexus big. Why not all get in one boat and all row together, right? And so as you saw tonight, you can invite your guests to these events all the time. And they're very well done and they're super simple to invite to. So Sheila, do you want to explain the calendar and all that a little bit?
I would love to. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna quickly open it here. I should have had it open already. Okay, so we made a quick calendar for this month. If you can see this, let me know, because I hope you can see it. To make it very, very simple. So, like the call that Plexus did today is the Monday call. They're going to be doing this every Monday at 7 Mountain Standard Time. This is Meet Plexus, the opportunity. Every Monday, they will have leaders in Plexus, diamonds, jewels sharing about the opportunity and what it's done for them and how it's changed their lives. This is an opportunity when you sign somebody every week, you get to plug them into this. This is where we are plugging in our new people to expose them to what we have and who we are. On Thursdays, at the same time, they're doing Meet Plexus, the products. These calls are happening every single week. And there's going to be different leaders sharing every single week. So you do not need to know everything. You don't need to know a lot at all. They're going to be handing out that information right at your fingertips. And you can find these calls in the Plexus Go app. And a little bit later on tonight, I will be doing a walkthrough of the new Plexus Go app and where to find these things. So you just wait for that. You'll be because then you see in the top right hand corner it says blue. See Plexus Go app for links. We also share them very often in the team page. That means that our team call is now also on Mondays. For today, 7:30, you'll see that the next two Mondays say to be determined because we are thinking about the time and how we want to work with that. We're still figuring some things out. And then Tuesdays, we have the Rising Diamonds call, which is Lori and Amber's call, and it has brought so much value to us. And I know to so many of you that this isn't something we wanted to miss. We still have book study happening Wednesday mornings until the 22nd. And two more exciting things. Once a month, Plexus will be doing a gut health masterclass. So this is for the kind of people, those people that want more information. I would have been one of them. They want to know more. Tell me more details. I don't care how great it works. I want to know. These are like the green people when we're thinking color personalities. You're going to invite them to this because they're going to go through the nitty-gritty of gut health and why it's amazing and what it's going to do for you. So they're going to do one of these once a month. And we're also talking about a potential IPA challenge because after this, we're all going to have planned our goals and we're going to know what our daily to-dos are. So a potential IPA challenge coming January 20th. That means you have this week, the 13th to the 17th, to figure out what are you doing this year? What is your goal? Where are you going? Find some clarity. And we're going to walk through that today with a little bit of mapping. So get a pen and a pencil ready. You're going to need it.
Awesome. I love a calendar. It feels like someone takes your brain and puts it on paper, right? And then you can glance at it and know, okay, that's today, right? It also helps you set up if you're inviting that you're actually inviting your guest ahead of time and being on time that you know where to put them, right? And all of these things are going to feel a little bit clunky in the beginning as we're changing things. That's okay. That's okay. We're all developing new habits together. Okay, so I'm going to do just a very basic recap of Super Saturday. And if you haven't watched yet, the replay links are out now. Go watch it. It is so, so, so very good. I'm just quickly going to go over some of the things that we covered. And there is a lot. And if you're watching it, you know that there will be questions that will come. Always know that you can go to the help center as well. Very, very helpful. Okay, number one, we still have free resets. Isn't it amazing? Like I have loved seeing this progression of how in November we had free resets. Previously, it used to be like about quarterly per year, right? And then we would be like, whoa, it's free reset. Bam, we brought in a lot of people. Plexus is seeing the results of this and they're taking a step back and saying, you know what? Maybe we should focus on these people that all start with a reset, which is proven that their results are better when they start with a 3-day fast, which I find fascinating. And I wonder what it would have done for me had I had a choice like that, right? And so I feel like it's a really good avenue to share a little bit of a story. If you want to, starting off new VIPs, open that door to say, hey, have you ever heard of fasting? Do you know that your body kills off a whole bunch of dead garbage when it's fasting? Do you know that that's an excellent way to start a new health journey? Like probably your detox would even be less, right? Like it's just such a good avenue. And they're seeing it and they're seeing the results of that. And they're saying, okay, you know what? How about we keep this going? Let's see what it's going to do for the results, because what is going to help people come back every month? Results, right? Our products work. We know that they work. If we help more and more people get results, more and more people are going to keep ordering and wanting to share it with others as well. And so free reset at 130 PVs. Canadian code is the same. It's reset CA, all caps. Add it individually to your cart. You guys know the game already. It's pretty easy by now, right? This next one, I squealed when I heard this because it is such a brilliant idea of how to help people have a fast start refresh. And there's a lot of questions behind this, what it's going to look like for each unique situation that you're in. But basically, eligible ranks, highest achieved rank of silver to senior ruby. From January 1st to May 31st, 2025, all commission qualified brand ambassadors with a baseline highest achieved rank of silver to senior ruby in December 2024 will have the opportunity to earn their fast start silver to senior ruby bonuses for the second time. That's super generous. Very, very generous. Now, if you are potentially a senior gold and you ended in December, say with 230 points, 220 points, but just under senior gold, right? You can go back and re-earn those bonuses. They must have new qualified personal enrollments and generate new points to earn these bonuses again. And so, like I said, the Help Center has a ton of these answers for you. They are also having a Jewel bonus that if we grow by a minimum of 100 points, guys, this affects the whole team. This is everyone putting your whole team in one boat and rowing together. And think of the momentum that's going to create, right? So with that, Sheila was going to explain a little bit more of the Go app, which has had a brand new update. It looks beautiful. There's a lot in there that I haven't discovered yet. I've been playing around a little bit, but there's a lot in there that hasn't been discovered yet. So I'm going to let her do some screen sharing on that and show us.
We remember we turned that around. First, we're going to do some mapping.
Oh, hey, by all means.
Because it just makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
So let's see if I can figure this out. Give me a hot second. Because
so the reason that we're showing some mapping ideas is sometimes when we come and sit down with a goal and we say, okay, this is what I want to achieve, where you're sitting to where you're going often has gaps that you don't know how to fill, right? That you're not quite sure of what am I supposed to do to get there, and how will I clarify of what I need to do action-based wise of how to get there. So Sheila,
that's what we're going to figure out. We're going to
hey,
fill in.
I'm going to make you big so that we can all see you.
That's a good idea. Maybe the turning this around would be good too, because then it's, nope, this is better.
Oh, yeah, do it that way.
This is better. Okay, so I'm going to use a scenario of somebody that has previously gone senior silver, now maybe has fallen back a little bit in points and wants to go gold within this fast start refresh timeline. So the fast start refresh timeline is from January 1st. This is our timeline, January 1st to May 31st. 5 months. Is that backwards?
No, it's good.
Okay, for me it's backwards. So
ignore it. Just look at your board.
You guys can read it.
Yeah.
In order to earn this fast start refresh, Lena, you have to have 3 level 1 VIPs within the time frame from January to May. So let's say that this previous senior silver ended December 2024 with 20 points. So December 2024, she had 20 points at the end of the year. She now wants to go gold by May. So that means she needs to gain 80 points. So she needs, well, gold is 100. She needs minus 20 equals 80. She needs 80. So we have 5 months, right? So we take 80 divided by those 5 months in order for us to find out how many points she needs to gain each month to reach her goal of hitting gold by May 31st. So 80 divided by 5 is 16. Do not expect that I did this in my head. This was previously done. So this is 16 points per month. Doesn't that number seem so much smaller already? Now, because we're working backwards, we work into figuring out, well, how many people does she need to talk to each month in order to have this number? So 16 points is not a big number. It really isn't. When we go backwards like this and we break it down, it's a lot smaller than you think it is. And very often you're a lot closer than what you think you are. It just takes a little bit of clarity. And so I went back to Keith Callahan's book that we had read earlier and want to use this analogy. So if you talk to 500 people, 250 say they'll look at it. 125 of those 250 actually look at it, and 25 sign up. So the point is, the more people you talk to, the more yeses you're going to get. So now we know we need 16 points a month in order to reach our goals. How many senior silvers? How many silvers is that? How many senior silvers is that? So then we went like this. Make sure I still have room. January. In January, you talked to, let's say, 3 to 5 people every single day. Let's say 1 out of every 10 people say yes or say maybe and check it out. That gives you a lot of potential. So let's say you sign 3 VIPs in January. This equals 18 points for you because a level 1 is 6 points. 18 points. That gets you 18 points closer to your 100. So that puts you now at 28 points at the end of January. You walk into February. You use all of these tools that Plexus is giving us. You're plugging your people into the new calls. You're sharing with them what this could look like for them and inviting them, each one reach one. Why don't you bring in a friend to do this with, somebody as an accountability partner? And at the same time, you are still talking to more people. You are still constantly talking to more people. So once again, you sign 3 VIPs. This is 18 points, but not just that. Each one of your 3 VIPs from the month before signs 1. So it's not just one person doing everything. Each one of those people brings in 1 friend. That is another 15 points. Each one reach 1 equals 15. This now puts you at 6. Wait, gotta look at my math. This puts you at 61 points. This brings you back to senior silver. And it's only February. Only February. Next, let's move on to March. Again, you're still talking to people. And a lot of the people that you talked to in January that said maybe are now maybe saying yes, because they just needed a little bit more time. So again, this is what we call, sponsoring 3 each month is what we call going silver each month. As somebody who is dedicated to their business and who wants to grow and has goals, you always need to be personally sponsoring and personally inviting people into your business. So in March, again, you sign 3 VIPs, which is again 18 points. You're also constantly retaining these people. They are staying on their products. You are giving them great customer service. It's a good time. Now, you not just have one of the people from January sign 2 more, and they went silver. That is an extra 10 points for you. So you have a new silver because they already signed 1 here, remember? So they signed another 2, which is another 10, and 3 more people that you sponsored invited 1. Because you've already sponsored 9 people here. And so far, 6 of them are sharing. So you have each one reach 1, which is another 15. This puts you at 104 points. Gold. By March. By March. You just went gold. Now, let's talk about what this isn't even, you didn't even make it to March, April, May. Just imagine that if you continued with this, plugging people into the calls, inviting them to join you, what this would look like and how it would grow by getting each one to reach 1. It's like the whole many hands make light work analogy. So now what would this look like for this VIP with the fast start refresh? What this would look like is in January, she would have earned the silver bonus. She would have gotten an extra 100 USD on her check at the end of that month. Because each month, whichever bonus you earn, you get paid it out that month. So because she signed 3 VIPs in January, which is silver, she gets the $100 US. In February, when she re-hits senior silver is 50 points. she would get an extra 150 US. And in March, when she hits gold, she would get an extra 250 US. So by the end of those 3 months, she would have made an extra $500 USD by the end of those 3 months. Now, I know that $200 right now, $200 US is about 190 is about 290 Canadian. So that is this is a big difference. This is probably closer to $700 Canadian. That's a lot of money. That's just the bonuses. That doesn't include any of the commission. That doesn't include any of the bonuses for signing these people. That doesn't include the fact that when you have a new silver, you as their sponsor get a bonus. That doesn't include any of that. That's a big deal. So, for example, I have just going to quickly. Another example of the fast start restart. So Crystal had a baseline highest achieved rank of gold in December 2024. During the incentive timeframe, she has gained 50 new points and has also enrolled 3 new qualifying level 1 VIP customers. Therefore, she has earned the Senior Silver Fast Start Refresh bonus as well as the Silver Fast Start Refresh bonus. So I think actually, with reading that, I think I might have this a little bit wrong, right?
On which part?
I think I do. Okay, so 20, she would get the Senior Silver Fast Start bonus when she would hit 70 points because it would have to be 50 new points.
Oh, new people, new points.
Yes, do you catch what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a little bit wrong. I'm sorry. I'm still figuring this out myself. This is a little bit wrong, but she would have gotten the Senior Silver bonus in March when she hit the 104 and the gold bonus because she already had 20 points. So it would have to be 50 new points. So I was close, but I was a little bit wrong.
And it will be unique to every person's own individual back office, depending on where you're at.
It will be unique.
Yeah.
And the Help Center has an amazing article that breaks it down. And I do know also that Plexus is also coming out with a video tomorrow in the Go app that is going to be breaking this down and making it super simple for you. The whole point in what we wanted to do with this was to show you, if you sit down, you can break down your goal into small bite-sized pieces so that it is easier for you to achieve. So when you go and you say, I want to reach gold by May, well, how does that look? That ends up being 16 points a month. Doesn't 16 points a month sound a lot more doable than saying, I need 100 points and panicking? 16 points a month says, okay, that's like 3 to 4 people a month. I can do that. It looks a lot more doable. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So, sorry about that little mix-up. And then I'm going to quickly log back onto my phone again and see if I didn't leave it on because I don't like when I have 2 devices on if one gives feedback. So I might go off of my
Okay, I'll take the spotlight off of you and then give you a minute to
that would be great. Thank you.
Just give you a minute to get back on. I'm just going to do a little bit of a call to action because if that inspired you a little bit right now, I really encourage you to sit down, preferably with your upline, work out your own numbers. Go into your back office, check what your points were on December 31st, 2024, because that's going to give you your baseline. From there, you set your goal to what you want to be. And we're using May 31st because that's the Fast Start Refresh program right now. We're using that as a guideline because of what you can put in there is also going to be the convention contest as well, right? And so if you're looking at those prizes and the credits that it takes and what you want to build, you can utilize those pieces to work off of. But most of all, breaking down your numbers is basically working backwards from your goal to where you were December 31st. Even if you're not a math person, even if you don't like numbers, figure these things out, because I can promise you, when you put these numbers on paper, they become very real compared to just thinking about it in your head. And if you actually start the math backwards, like Sheila did, oh, it's 16 points a month. So, little story, quickly going to share that. Last month, she knew she was close to earning the shopping spree. We have wanted to do that shopping spree together for 10 years. And several times I had to miss. One time she had to miss. One time we had COVID. It's never worked out. And I said, Sheila, where's your credits? Are we doing this? And she's like, oh, I'm still so far away. And I said, no, you're not. How much does it take? And yeah, we talked to each other like that all the time. And Kevin took and broke down her numbers and said, look, it's not that bad. And so he worked the numbers backwards for her and said, this is what you need per day for your credits. And this is what you need to do. And guess who swept the contest? It's a brain thing. So when you work backwards and you see those numbers, it's easier doable than what you think it is. Okay, take it away.
Okay, can you hear me? Does it do or do I sound weird?
No, it's good.
Okay, could you make this one of me
Host.
co-host? Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to go into the Plexus Go app. I'm going to share my screen on my phone. This is new to me. I haven't done this in a long time. So we're going to go into the Plexus Go app. No, please. Okay, mommy wants you. No,
On my camera.
you can go ask daddy. No, thank you. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, this is the new Plexus Go app. I am very excited about this because this is going to be an incredible resource for us, an amazing resource. Now, the reason why I want to show you this all tonight is because there's a little bit of a, Canada is always a little bit behind. So I'm going to teach you today where to find all of these resources so that you can use them for your new VIPs and teach them where to find it. So this is the Canada version right now. When we go to the Learn button, under here, you will see where the Getting Started guide is supposed to be and where the sponsor guide is supposed to be. In Canada, these are not on here yet. I'm sure it has something to do with what we can or cannot say, but we just have to give them a little bit more time. But what you do find here is the training and event calendar. And when you open that, you find exactly the calendar of what I showed you earlier, the corporate calendar. The thing is, when you click on these, they take you directly to that call. This is an interactive, so you just have to go and click on Meet Plexus the Opportunity and it'll take you there. Now, what I'm going to show you next is you're going to go back to the front page. There, this top part wasn't showing. You're going to click on Incentives and Promotions at the top. And then it takes you to the Canadian Incentives and Promotions. And then you're going to hit the back arrow one time because that's what's going to take you to the countries. And this is when you're like, oh, I have a potential in Australia. Where do I need to find what I need to find? Right here. It's all right here. You find their calls, you find their products, you find all their details right here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go to the United States. And you're going to click on Learn. Once you've clicked on Learn, you will click on Guides. This is where the magic is. I am so excited about this. Like I cannot even, I'm just cheesing because I'm so excited. They showed us a little bit on Super Saturday. Guys, this is amazing stuff. So when you click on the Getting Started guide, this is a guide that you can either show your VIPs where to find it in the Go app. I would encourage you to tell them to download this app because there's so much wealth of knowledge in here. Or you can send it to them. At the bottom, you see the share button, and it allows you to copy a public link to send it to them. Now, when you scroll down, this guide has everything that they need to get started, to help share. So it's bringing someone along in this, so it teaches them how to make a cart, what to put in it, and all the steps, who to share with and how, a conversation guide, and to make it their own, to personalize it. This is brilliance. It shows them how they get paid. Like, seriously, this is amazing. I love it so much. It's so simple, very, very simple to use. Now, the sponsor guide is for you. It tells you exactly what you need to know and how to share. It helps you share with your VIPs and gives you the verbiage to feel comfortable and feel confident in what you say. Let's get your first post up. It tells you exactly what, all of the details. I would encourage you to go read these because they're really, really good. They're really good. So take some time and look through this. You'll also find that the training and events calendar is in here as well. And so it's so easy to find. Plus, it's an easy way for them to find Plexus on social media. And I'm sorry, but the Plexus Corp team is killing it with their reels. Like, they are doing such a good job. So this is where you will find the guides. Utilize these, use them. They are so valuable. One last thing I want to show you, boop, boop, go all the way back, is at the bottom, this little search button right here can be your best friend. If there is any time you don't remember where to find something, just search it. Just search it. At the top right hand corner, you see the little magnifying glass. You can go Getting Started and search. And it'll pop everything up. Right there is the Getting Started guide. Or yesterday I was looking for a specific thing. I said, I need a diamond documentary to share in my stories. Search. There's 616 diamond documentaries. I'm sorry, that is super cool. So anything you need, just search it. It's all in here. You need information on a specific product, you can search that product and find it. Another way, so if we go back up here, wait, sorry, we're gonna go back to the front. We're gonna go back to Learn, Product Education. There's a whole folder on product education. All the different details, from recipes to the reset to the info pages for each product. It's all in here. It's all in here. So super amazing resource. I'm so thrilled. I remember back in the day when we were hoping Plexus would someday get an app. So thank you, Plexus. Very happy. They've done a really good job on it.
And it's so pretty. Like, don't you agree? Like, it just looks so clean and fresh and bright, and it's just like such an easy thing to share. So again, I echo Sheila there. Thank you so much for that. Go play around with it. The more that you play around with it, the more familiar you get, the more you'll remember, oh, I saw that in the app. I can go send that to her. This person is asking for something. I saw that in the app. I can go send that to her, right? Okay, so hey, is there anybody that had already mapped out your numbers? I know I asked in my leaders chat before, a convention goal or something that you're going for the bonuses, because I would love to leave some time for some sharing. Convention registration is on sale for a few more hours, like just a wee little bit. It's $99, where it's normally $125. And just a word of encouragement, go register. Find a way to put the belief into yourself, into your life, and say, I want to go. I want to go and see what convention is about and see if I can actually start building my dreams, because it will not disappoint. I was just working on booking rooms today, and I looked at some of the things that are coming out for convention. I feel like I'm eating a hair. And it'll be so amazing. Like Dallas, Texas will be so very fun. And Plexus is already getting ready and geared up for some really big things. So we've gone over a lot of stuff. I want to add a little bit of mindset things because this is always the first thing that follows up when you've gotten when you've taken in a lot of information, right? And it's exciting and you're seeing all these possibilities, and then you sit down or you lie down at night and the thoughts start coming. First of all, we all do it. Second, doesn't matter what rank you are, you still do it. So let's just make it normal. These thoughts of imposter feeling, of playing small, of not having belief, whatever they are, they come to everyone. Literally, like everyone deals with it. You are not exempt. You are not worse than anyone else. You are not broken. This is something that we get to work through, and we get to recognize when we come up against the same thoughts. Maybe it's a belief that you're struggling with. Maybe it's, you've been fighting to keep your rank and you're like, how am I ever going to utilize those fast start re-ranks? I keep calling them re-ranks. They're not. Fast start refresh, And I really, really encourage you. Something new can be a brand new step, and it can be a brand new stepping stone for you to say, okay, I'm going for this. And I've seen it so very often in my years of doing this business, when a person makes a decision and then puts the action to it and has actually just decided, I'm going to do this, then that's where it starts growing. So just because you may have fallen back in rank, maybe the team that you sponsored is no longer there. I have news for you. The team that I sponsored is no longer there either. And that's okay, because they're people. People come and go, and people have different things in their life, and not everyone is going to stay, right? So often I hear the saying of, oh, if I go into my back office and all those people would be on, I would be such and such a rank. And then I say, and I would be a quadruple diamond, because that's how the party goes. And maybe those people were not meant to be there. And that's okay too. The people that are yet to come are waiting for you to message them. They're out there waiting for you. Okay. And then I want you to really think about the belief that you have in yourself in accomplishing this goal that you have set for yourself. Because your belief is going to be the factor that is going to push ahead the action the most. You can be accountable to someone. That person, say your upline messages you every day and says, did you do your IPA? Go do it right now. Would you do it? You might for a couple weeks, and then she'd get really annoying. And then you would be like, I'm not opening that message. And then a few weeks later, you would be like, okay, she needs to be blocked. I'm done with her now. Because you know why? Someone else pushing you is never going to make you achieve your dreams. It has to be yours. And so I really want to challenge you. If you're sitting in the whole January 2025, what am I doing different this year? What is the results that are going to come from these choices? Where are you going to be 1 year from now? We're really talking about that in which is on Wednesday morning, the gap and the gain. And this week we're talking about daily wins, not just monthly, not quarterly, not yearly, but daily wins, because this teaches us to look for the things that we know that we can do, and it builds belief to do more. And so I really want to encourage you, when you look at your goal, build that belief. Okay. We talked a little bit about, I'm going to add this one thing, because this is something that we talked this morning about on a coaching call with Keith Callahan, who wrote this book, The Gap and the Gain. Gap and the Gain. I'm stuck in The Gap and the Gain. Build to Last. This is a really simple read. If you haven't read it yet, go get it. Honestly, it's such a good, affirming book of building belief and knowing that you can do this. We talked a little bit about getting rid of vague areas in our life. If you're looking at what am I accomplishing in my next 30 days? So let's say you break down your goals and you've gotten it down to, I need 16 points, 16 credits, whatever it is per day. That's what I'm working on. Okay, so who am I talking to? Where am I going to go find these 16 points, right? 16 points a month was what your goal was there, right? And you go through your back office and you're like, well, I don't know who I really could talk to. Maybe there would be someone, but you really don't go look for clarity. Your goal is always going to be vague, right? If you take a shot in the dark and you say, well, I was 35 points or 85 points last month, whatever it is, but I really would like to be like at least Ruby. Have you gotten the clarity of what it will take to get there? That's like putting the destination into your GPS and following the directions. If you didn't follow the directions, would you get there? Probably not, because your destination was too vague. And so if you have areas of where you feel like it's not clear and you need to talk to someone, reach out, talk to your upline, talk to who's helping you, and let's get clarity on those areas because it'll help you determine your goal so much better and it won't seem half as daunting, not near as daunting. So that way, you're probably going to make your goal bigger and more clear. Oh, thanks for sharing those books. IPA challenge, potentially starting January 20th. I think that's going to be our start date. We're going to work on that a little bit more. It's only Monday, guys. I feel like we accomplished so much today. Talk to your newbies, invite them to the new opportunity events that Plexus is doing. Let's get this habit, this snowball rolling, and making sure that we develop that habit of everyone attending these events now, including your prospects. Does anybody have something exciting to share? Doesn't have to be exciting, something to share that you're working on, something to close off the call. I know a lot of you have been working on this, so don't be afraid to share. How did you feel about Super Saturday? What was your takeaways? What did you love about oh, Lena is hosting an event. Fun. In-person events are amazing with a few of your team. That is so fun. I loved all our little gatherings. Like there was a whole bunch of little gatherings all over Canada, which was really good to see for Super Saturday. And I love that you didn't have to watch that alone because it's always so exciting to see it with others. Anybody else have something to share? I know you guys have lots of secrets. Good job, Robin. Working on messaging people more and sharing more personal stories. Connecting will always be your best game for bringing people in and helping them build their belief. I loved how they did the event this evening with sharing the stories and then making it very possible for anyone to come. And then the financial side, breaking it down to make it very viable. I love that. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. I hope that you got some clarity and I cannot wait to see some goals on paper and figured out. And then let's start working for the IPA challenge. Take care, guys. Thanks for being here.